Silly me. Escape is your menu button. I thought one of the other buttons did it. Items. Bread. Delicious. Equipment. Useless stuff. I mean, that still gives him 8 attack. I mean, that almost doubles his attack from if he couldn't equip anything, which, by the way, they have to equip, they have to equip a weapon. Don't try to think you can just fisticuffs everything. I think you get someone with fisticuffs later, but then you have knuckles, which are also a weapon, and you can't get rid of those. I'm rambling. Anyway, encyclopedia. Yeah, this is something that carries over between games. I never bothered filling it out. It just tells you which items you found, which could be good if you're like, is there a better sword than the Uber sword I found? And if it's not 100% on that one, yes, there is. Or maybe that percentage is global. I forget. I think it is. Yeah. And we saved. We're good! I forgot what the explanation is to how he attacks, but I'll explain it. Z is a normal attack. He can't really string combos together, so I guess he's not entirely like Link. And then he has X, which kind of hits all around him, but it eats his SP. And I shouldn't have done that, because it doesn't regenerate over time. I just remembered that. Oh well. He doesn't need it. These guys are pathetic. You get bonuses for back. Now those crystals you find, they're experience points. You don't get to sell them, sorry. Now, I'm gonna ignore those guys, and there's a reason for that. Just like the just combo from selling things, you see the chain that's going up? If you attack enemies of the same type, the chain goes up, and they give more EXP. Now, because this is a noob area and only has like 2 different types of enemies, you can rack up huge chains. It's a really good place to get him his first, like, 10 levels or so. Just throwing that out there. And this is probably going to trigger another ring of those guys, so I'll come back to it. As you can see, I don't need his special attacks right now. I mean, yeah, he gets his SP back when he levels anyway, and even when these guys hit me, they only did 1 point of damage. And I have 4 breads. Okay, you did 2 damage. Just have to prove me wrong, don't you, game? Now, the tricky part here is actually not killing the blue ones by mistake. I can partially hurt them like that, and the game won't care, but... And that's one of the mystery items the game was talking about. My merchant rank isn't good enough to figure out what that is. At least not till I'm out of the dungeon. I think when you're out of the dungeon, you identify everything, no matter how awesome it is. But at low levels, it's unidentified, so it makes it harder to choose what to keep. That's the entire point. It makes it so you cannot keep everything. Or rather, you have to gamble a bit if your merchant level is higher. Sweet, I got a hat. Is it better than what he has now? Does he even have a hat? He does not have a hat. Glorious! 3 more defense. Now, like I said earlier, he won't keep this. He'll give it back to us at the end because it wasn't something he bought from us. He's nice like that, although it makes it a pain, actually. Because that means it takes up your inventory. Until he buys something from you, it takes up an inventory slot because you have to bring it with you every time. I forget if enemies respawn over time. You might be able to chain for as long as you have patience for, but yeah, they definitely respawn over time. And as you can see, these guys are giving monstrous amounts of EXP now. I'm not going to do this for too long, but if I'm going to try to make it through the game without messing up and starting over from day 2, I need as much experience as I can get. It's okay, though. Later on, these guys will give pathetic amounts. This is really only useful for the first few levels. And of course the game doesn't tell you about this till later. But, you know, I have the bonus of knowing what I'm doing. Because I've played it before. And since you guys are watching me, you will learn how to do it too. I thought you dropped something. Sometimes it's hard to tell with the camera angle. Unlike in the shop, button 4 does not help you change the angle here. But usually your radar there is pretty good. I'm gonna get to 20 chain and then beat up the blue guys instead. I don't want to bore you guys. But But this is pretty valuable experience, I'm not gonna lie. It's just, I think the spawns are based on distance away from where they were before, and I don't think they do eventually stop respawning, I just remembered. So it looks like I may have finally killed them all. You! That one will respawn at least. I don't think chains carry over between dungeon levels, so keep that in mind. Yeah, alright, he's still gone. Let's just murder these guys. As you can see, they aren't leveling me as much. Nice! I got a critical hit. It's super effective. No, I thought I saw something in the corner, but I guess it was just the pillar. I feel silly. Hey look, see that dot that popped up on the minimap? You decide— oh, you're the green guy! You were supposed to come back sooner. Curse you! Troll slime. Alright, let's just murder these guys. Now, the interesting thing about these guys, if my memory serves, yeah, they do not increase your chain. But if you were fighting blue slimes before, they don't break it either. And I think they still give more stuff. So you should fight these guys last. Actually, they didn't give me much. Maybe they just ignore chains entirely. Because it's too easy to make them spawn in huge numbers, so I can see why they do that. Blue slimes! Glorious blue slimes! Green slime, get out of there. We don't love you anymore. Delicious! Will you respawn again? Will you? Please? I promise not to do this on every floor, because there are 5 floors, and that'd take forever. I promise, for sure. Compulsive RPG tendencies will have to be culled for this. Yeah, you're not back. Alright, let's move on. Next floor! Good job, you said something Japanese. Oh, red slimes. That's right. It's really only the first floor that's easy to chain on because of that. They still aren't too bad, but they will hurt you if you're not careful. I have boots! I think I already have those kind of boots. No, I don't have boots. It actually gives magic defense, so we'll leave that on. Let's see if this is better. It is better. Never mind the hat. Those boots will sell for a good amount once we're done here. This is really the way to make money. I mean, you saw those base values 1,600. Beats the crap out of everything we bought. Worn sword! Is it the legendary worn? By the way, it's Louis that says that when he has to buy something. The legendary worn sword. Now, those guys that just spawned, since it's a random event, I think we'll still have the chain. But yes, Louis, I've seen him buy legendary worn swords before. It's pretty hilarious. He doesn't know any better. That's why he's broke all the time. He's dumb, even when he has money. But he's a lovable guy. Ooh. Stuff. I like stuff. Do you like stuff? Red slime, red slime, red slime. I should just pick up the red slimes. Actually, let me go after the blue slimes first. They're down here somewhere. Blue slimes, you must die. See, I'm level 5 already. I'd only be like level 2 or 3 if I didn't explode this. Delicious! And I don't think those guys will respawn, because they were like a trap or something, so... By the way, it is good to hit guys from the back, you do more damage. Plus, it means, if anything, they will bounce away from you. I hate it when crits are wasted on picking up items, because you have to hit the attack key to pick up items. And I've seen so many crits happen, like, why couldn't you do that at an actual enemy? Come on. Come on, Louie. Come on. Oh, green slime. Most places have a wide enough variety of enemies that it's not really feasible to do this. I mean, you can do it, but it takes... Oh, you guys did come back. Losers. Things always respawn right when I think they're dead forever. Well, let's kill you guys. I mean, if you have the patience to do this on every floor, it will pay off, but it doesn't make for a good live stream or, you know, Let's Play. Maybe not to others. To me, I actually don't mind. The slime fluid, we were able to identify that, even at level 1, so you can already tell it's not going to sell for much. And you can't even fuse good stuff out of it. I usually don't bother selling ingredients that often, because even though I don't fuse much, you don't find very many buyers for slime jelly. The treasures that you saw on the market are a much better source for that. Almost anyone will want to buy those, because they look shiny. Just, they have to be better than the unthankful statue. They have to be worth buying. Alright, let's get out of here. I miss one of the other heroes coming up. I'm not going to spoil it, but I miss one of the other heroes. They can run so much faster. They're more frail to make up for. I mean, this game, as you can tell, is more about dodging than tanking, but to throw a bone to people who aren't used to this kind of game, Louie is the tankiest of them, for the most part. So the hero I like that runs really fast is a dodge. You're supposed to dodge. If you don't dodge with her, you're dead. Hopefully she's like the second hero you get. But that might not happen in this section. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play this. You guys are not worth my time until I'm done with the green slimes. No? Oh, we have more types of enemies. Yeah, those guys can Falcon Punch. You gotta watch out for them. I don't even remember what they're called, but they Falcon Punch. Best part is, not all of them Falcon Punch. Some of them throw rocks instead, and you never know which it's gonna be. Unless there's some hint that I haven't seen. I don't remember if the different types break chains on themselves or not. But as you can see, it's actually a little dangerous now to try to build up chains, so I'm done. I promised I'd be done a while ago. Everything must die! As you can see, these guys are level 3 and we're level 6, so we're doing pretty good. Ow! Take that. It's alright, we're getting food faster than we're using it. We didn't really need to buy any bread at all, although maybe for tutorial's sake it would have made us buy bread. I don't know. Hey, that's... my inventory's full. Crap! Now you get to witness the fun of inventory management. Well... we don't really need that. That's my inventory management. And the +3 is only useful for fusing, I think. It doesn't make things sell for more. By the way, things do not stack in this game, which should have been obvious with the bread, but that makes the inventory process even more painful, because I can only hold 20 items right now. These things are worth less than the sword. Maybe I should have thrown them out. Give me back the sword! Oops, didn't mean to do that. And you used the better sword. Wait, optimum equipment. Okay, that's not optimum equipment. There! I should use that button more, it's useful. Useful things are useful? Really? You don't say, Singularity. I hope people who watch this later on YouTube enjoy my ramblings as much as I don't enjoy them. I don't actually like the sound of my own voice, but that's a small issue. So I'm not boring anyone. Ah. It's like, the thing I have learned from watching other Let's Plays is that if there are ever long periods of silence in your gaming sessions, you're doing it wrong. You need word vomit. Otherwise, people will get bored. Usually, the people who do good Let's Plays have good commentary. It's not so much about the game they're playing. But, wait a minute. Is there a chest down here I haven't opened? That's what the X would suggest. Why haven't I opened you yet? I did open you. Curses, you lied to me, game! I'm not gonna go after that red dot that reappeared. Screw that. We've wasted enough time on here already. Let's go! So as you can see, the pacing in this game is a little weird, because, see, you threw a rock! You did the Falcon Punch! You're evil! You are evil! Those are gonna sell for the most. Whoops. I need to stop doing that. Or at least do it when enemies are around. Now, I could eat one of these. How much does that restore 10? You're gonna level up soon, though. Yeah, see that? He'll take that back at the end. I can't sell that. I was hoping... Yes, you're worth 200. And the Worn Sword is also worth 200, so whatever. Yeah. You guys don't scare me. You may scare Recette, but you do not scare Louis. Well, I say I'm gonna kick your ass. Look at that. Now he's just showing up. Well, if I'm going to leave the bread on the floor, I may as well use one. There's no point. Walnut bread +2! That makes it feel a little more. Those things that you just saw... Oh. You know what? You know what? I can't really tell, but these ingredients from slimes are not going to be as valuable as... this one. Anyways, I was saying, the thing I just killed is called a roper, and they are obnoxious. For one reason alone. Most enemies, when they hit you, they knock you back, obviously. Ropers don't. So they just... If you can't run away in time, or you're not careful about what you're doing, it's easy for them to sneak up on you if you zone out. Then they just... You know, I'm not going to show you
In 2008, I voted for Barack Obama. He was new. He had new ideas.
I think now we've given Obama a fair chance.
Let me try to kill the ad.
The president's doing a mediocre job.
Let me just close Chrome. That will do it. Sorry about that, guys. I don't even know if you heard the ad, but I did, and it was obnoxious. Mistakes were made. Hey! An iron armband. That's better. Whoops. Next time I will... Oh, right, I'm not using an armband. Optimum! It says it's better than the shield, somehow. 6, 4... 6. Yeah! Apparently an armband is just as defensive as a shield, and next time I will remember to close my web browser. I haven't opened any websites in the past 2 hours, so I don't know why they add, friggin'... Plus you'll notice, even though Louis doesn't have a shield on, he still has a shield. And I think it will, in fact, deflect a few things if you hit it just right, but... I don't need that. And that's when you actually want to use that move. Not that I'm in any danger of dying. I'm kind of over-leveled now. For this area, at least. Oh, well. Hum-de-dum. I do miss my fast movement speed, though. Louis is slow. He doesn't have the Pegasus boots like Link does. Yeah. When you have a mix-up of enemy types like this, it actually gets dangerous. Not too dangerous, but... I love the crits. They're always unnecessary. Like, they always happen when I'm gonna kill something with a normal hit anyway, but you gotta love them. Dang it. Well, you know what? As long as you guys decided to spawn, I'm gonna keep this chain. No, wait, I ruined the chain anyway. Never mind. If if they're in the same room, there's no reason not to do the training. But very quickly, it's not worth your time to run around across the whole dungeon for it. There's a trade-off between in-game time and, you know, real time spent, which brings me back to what I said before. The pacing in this game is kind of crazy, depending on how you play it. Like, if you spend all 4 segments of your day selling things, like, you just have that much stuff, there's your entire day in about 5 minutes. On the other hand, just getting through a dungeon usually takes, like, half an hour. Then again, I find the dungeons the most enjoyable part of the game, so I don't really mind. I imagine a lot of RPG fans will feel the same way. But that's something to keep in mind. If you have a debt you have to pay off, and you need to get the maximum amount of money in the minimum amount of time, first you have to realize that, well, because you suck in the first couple weeks, no one is going to buy stuff from you. They're like, oh, I don't even know this shop exists. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. That's part of what merchant level does, I believe. That's why we only have, like, 1 customer per time segment. It's pretty sad.